Hmm.
Now this, in this experiment, that is a relay testing kit, we are going to get the characteristic of a numerical overcurrent relay. So this inverse current characteristic, current time characteristic, we are going to perform for a numerical overcurrent relay. We have two relays: electromechanical IDMT, inverse definite minimum time overcurrent relay, and another is a numerical overcurrent relay. So how we can test this relay? So for that you need a relay testing kit. Now remember that this kit is very important, because it facilitates, like we can check the fuse element, we can check small capacity of your this like a fuse, automatic fuses, HRC fuses. So all this kind of a testing we can do here, because this relay testing kit has so many variations in terms of a current as well as your type of a supply voltage. So AC voltage as well as a DC voltage. So you try to understand first the kit. Now these displays are over here. You have a ammeter, means that is a AC ammeter, AC voltmeter, DC voltmeter, and you have a timer, because you need the timer there. A time and your current characteristics we are going to draw with the help of this data there, whatever the data you get. Now then you have two dimmers here. One is again to vary the current and one is to vary the voltage there. So this varies now whether it is AC or DC voltage, because for DC you have a rectifier which is inserted on the back side. If you open this, you will get H and everything there. Then you have various current ranges: 5 ampere, 25 ampere, 50 ampere, and one is a common point there. Then this main MCB is over here. Then if you want where you are connecting as per the specifications of your relay, you have to decide where I have to make the connections. So according to that you have to select the current range, whether it is a 5 ampere, 25 ampere or 50 ampere there. Now this switch will help you whether you are going to operate on AC voltage or on the DC voltage. So these variations we can do for current as well as for a voltage there. Now already I have provided you the chart, so just look out that chart, go through that chart, and we can make the connections over here. Suppose if you want to test this numerical overcurrent relay, then you have to take the connections from 5 ampere and common, and that you have to connect to the secondary CT of this relay there. So if you connect to this CT relay, then at the same time you need an auxiliary AC supply there. So that is a temporary supply you need to check this to operate this relay. So from these two terminals we can give supply over here. So this is for your numerical overcurrent relay. But in addition to this, if you suppose need for this electromechanical IDMT overcurrent relay, then you have to use these terminals also. This you have to connect to trick contact over here. Now suppose I will make this now, this is connected to single phase, it needs a single phase supply, and if you make it on, so you will see that various displays are over here. I can, suppose if you have this voltage over here, so I can change the voltage variations are over here. At the same time I can change the current, but for current again I have told you that you just refer your this our charts which I have provided in the journal there, and you have these connections. Then initially what I have to do, I will make that like a 24 or a 30 volt over here, and then I will set my current value which will be displayed on this you can say the display over here. And once I will set the current, then later on what I will do, I will start then just initially you have to you can say set your values, your voltage value and current value there. And then what I will do, suppose I have set the current like you can say 1 ampere. So then I will make it preset everything, I will apply the 24 volt supply there, and then I will start. So if you start then I will look out at the timer there, at what time am I supposed to be the relay is going to activate there. So if there is a fault, then this L3 indicator is going to be indicates that there is a fault, and in every relay you might have that a reset button is there. So I will find that for 1 ampere how much time I need to get the relay to operate. Alright, then next time what I will do, I will change the current value there. I will make on the higher side. So if you make the current on the higher side, maybe like a 2 ampere, 3 ampere like that. So again I will set that value of the current with the for this variable. I will make that current changes, so the same current will come over here. Again I will preset everything. I will apply that rated voltage and then I will start again. If you start again, so next time you will observe that if your current value is increasing, then I have found that the time required to treat the relay is going to be a lesser there. So likewise this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ampere I can take the reading, and at the same time I can note down the you can say the time there. So I know the current value, I know the time value, and that is the inverse sine current characteristic of a numerical overcurrent relay. Just keep in mind that this relay testing kit is very useful. Even we can check the small isolators also over here. We can check the fuses, your fuse element. So it has a capacity of 5 to 1, 25 to like 50 to 10 means up to a 500 ampere we can test over here there. So this is very useful kit over here, which is for multi-purpose. And on the similar lines we can do for the electromechanical IDMT or current relay, but here in this case you have to go for the strip contact also from this plus minus C1, so that we can do that experiment also. But present now you have to only consider for the numerical overcurrent relay. So this multi-purpose relay testing kit is useful. It's a really you can say a main part of our this switchgear protection lab. And practically also you can, wherever you are going to work here after getting the diploma, definitely it is going to help you there. So this is the today's experiment there. Thank you.